Joining me in the room podcast tonight is Bellator244 co-main event. Jessy, the Widowmaker, Miele fighting this Friday night at Mohegan Sun. Jessy, welcome to the show and thank you for the time at Fight Week. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the biggest fight of your career. You are co-main event fighting the former featherweight Bellator champion. How are you feeling about this opportunity and what's going through your mind right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm really excited. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Well, you were scheduled to fight in March. It was going to be your second fight for Bellator. COVID hit. You had an opponent then, but here we are in August, and the opponent you have now is leaps and bounds and former champion. How did you get this opponent in Julia Budd, and tell us about how the fight came about?
I gotta say, my manager Matt Bissett gave me the call and said, do you want to fight the 21st? And then he mentioned that it would be with Julia Budd. I was ready for whatever he said. I was going to say yes, so I was happy, and that was really exciting to hear that it was going to be Julia Budd. So, really happy about that.
Excellent. Well, you mentioned Matt Bissett last time we interviewed. He, I think he jumped on being your manager when you were signed to Bellator. Is that when? And how did this? You've been a training partner of Matt's for a long, long time. How did the managing part, and how did you guys get this this partnership going?
Well, I had just some of my coaches were kind of managing me at the moment, and then before Bellator, with CES, Matt had offered to take on management duties, so I was happy about that, and yeah, we just kept going, and when the Bellator opportunity came, I was just really happy. This is where I want to be. The best 145-pound girls are here. Some of them are there might be some other girls, but these are the best of the best, so I'm excited.
Excellent, man. Well, kudos to Matt and you for a great team and the opportunity he got for you here. But, your career has got you to this point. Let's talk about it. Biggest fight of your career. What's going through as far as nerves and stuff? You've been to big fights, but Jessy, this is the cream of the crop here. This has title implications if you come out victorious against the former champion who, lost to Cyborg, who holds the belt now. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I started when I started with Chris Smith and with Russell and Underdog and everything. Everything's been kind of coming together with my teammates and my coaches always preparing me for this day and this week, and for the future weeks, so nothing feels really that much different. It's just another opponent, but she's got a lot of experience. She's been in the cage definitely a lot more years than me, but it's not going to really faze me. I'm just really happy to be here, and I'm excited to face her, so it's going to be really fun.
Well, you guys have both been at it for a long time, veterans. You guys fought the who's in women MMA. Jess, your last fight, Bellator, your debut for there, you took on, a former title challenger, a BJJ black belt. This is a totally different fight here. You got a more of a stand-up fighter who actually beat the fighter that you fought on your debut. What are you thinking about this fight and the matchup as far as, your skill set and her skill set?
I'm ready for it. For me, it's just applying my game plan. I've got a great game plan going in, and as long as I apply what I came to do, then I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it at all.
Whole different story right now where, there's no crowd. COVID is. You are in quarantine as we speak. What's the feeling like there, Jess? It's a whole new ball game. You never had experience something like this. What do they got? You locked away for a few more hours? What's going on?
Yeah, just, they're being really safe. Bellator's taking care of us. It's been really great that they're doing this, but I am happy. Like, my mom's a nurse, and, some of my family members themselves have kind of health issues, and we've been really careful with just making sure everybody is safe around each other. A lot of elbow bumping, practicing my elbows, not much hugging and so on. But I'm just really happy that Bellator has given us this opportunity. Being stuck at home and not being able to really go to any martial arts gym specifically was tough for me, because I usually am there every night, and then I'm doing my strength and conditioning during the day. So it was definitely different, but patience, and it gave me a really good appreciation for being in this position. And I'm just so happy to be here. And I can't get over, I'm just whatever you guys want me to do, I'll do it. It was kind of, stink that I can't leave the room, but I'll make it work. I was telling people if I have to jump on the bed, I'll jump on the bed and move around. I'll figure it out.
Whatever you need to do. It's the biggest fight of your career right here. You know, I interviewed you a couple of months ago, kind of when COVID was going on. There wasn't much training, as far as a lot of training you were doing by yourself and a couple of close friends. You were very careful during the COVID. I mean, you didn't get into, you know, big sparring sessions. You stayed kind of on your own and did things on your own. How does it feel to get back in the gym atmosphere? And how was the training? How was the training getting ready for this fight? And do you feel like you had enough training camp for this opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you never have enough. Even when you have a full camp, it's still you can always do more, no matter what. But yeah, you know, we got lucky that like as of like the last couple of weeks now, I think it's been like 2-3 weeks about, we were able to permission from the state, at least the state of Connecticut allows us now to interact the way that we were pretty much with sparring and punching each other. So we don't have to have like masks on during getting smothered and choked, which is kind of nice because it's a little hard to breathe when someone's already choking if you're having a mask on. So yeah, so you know, but we are still really careful. Everybody does temperature checks, and we're still, you know, very clean with the hand sanitizer and the washing the hands and just being cautious. But during COVID, like during the main pandemic, we did have a discussion. I was only training with a couple people, mainly people that weren't with like kids or things, and just being safe. So happy to be back.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you're in the hotel room. I know you got a few more hours before they lift the quarantine and you guys get to move about. How's the weight? How's the weight cutting going? I mean, you know, we got a few days until you know, weigh-ins, but how's all that going?
I mean, it's going how as planned, exactly how it's planned. Just paying attention to every little detail, being really careful, just, you know, because I normally right now probably would be doing at least a lot more walking, even just I've not even able to go out of the room and use the stairs, like up and down the stairs. So it's a little different, but like I said, I'll make it work. I'll do some bed jumps, and I got my training partner, Missy, with me, and we'll figure it out. So
excellent.
Some shadow boxing, some pad work, so we'll make it work.
Excellent. Well, Jessy, this is going to be your first time fighting with no crowd there. You've seen fights, UFC, other Bellator fights before this one. What's going through your mind? Is it something that you're looking forward to, or is that something that you're not concentrating on when you're in the cage?
You know, I appreciate it because the crowd in Mohegan, it's usually a lot of my friends and family. They come out to support me, and I love them all for doing that. I'm really happy that this one's the co-main event, so they could all watch it from home safely, so they'll stay safe. So I'm really happy for that. But I'm also happy, or I'm also not like, it's not going to be much different. You know, sometimes I'm sparring in my own gym, and there's not really much going on in the gym. So it's just like my coach and the other person, and, you know, there's not music on. We just kind of are doing our thing. So I'll just kind of approach it kind of like that, but also be punching a lot harder than if it was just sparring with a friend of mine. And the last thing is I keep saying to a couple people, I don't have an excuse if my coaches tell me to do something and I don't do it. They're gonna definitely be like, I know you heard me.
Yeah, and everyone at home's gonna hear what they say, and if you don't listen, you're gonna go, hey, she didn't listen to her coaches. So we're excited that, you know, to hear it all. And who's gonna be in your corner on Friday night?
So Chris Smith and Russell Leak, and then Missy's gonna be in the corner. So Missy Lushava, who's my training partner, so she's helping me also with the weight cut. So she'll be here with me, making sure that I make my weight the proper way.
Excellent, excellent. You know, it's a whole new ball game. You can't have the, you know, the atmosphere that you used to around fights, family, friends. Matt Bissett there, your own manager, man. But everyone's gonna be home watching it. How excited are you to be on, you know, on national TV? In basically your backyard, fighting the former title holder, and this fight could put you in that spot to have your dream, the fight arguably the best women's MMA fighter of all time, Cyborg, man. How's it feel? I mean, Jess, we're here. You got a contract with Bellator, and you're there, man, and it's all up to you now.
Yep, I'm there right now. I'm right here, and one step at a time. You know, I'm just going to be in this moment right now, take the next moment, and continue to keep going.
Awesome. Well, we know Julia's had nothing but title fights her last few fights. You know, I don't know. She ends them quick. The fights that she has ended, you know, a lot of decisions there too. What do you think you need to do in there? Is a win good enough to get you to that title shot from here? Or do you have to do something really spectacular here against her?
I mean, a win, yeah, getting the job done, however way it happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure that a win is going to definitely get me to the next spot. But, you know, I'm just excited to literally get in there with her. After, like I said, COVID has made me patient, and really I appreciate the fact that I'm able to even be here. So I'm getting the job done.
Awesome. Well, one more question before I let you give your shout out sponsors and all that. What do we expect to see from Jessy the Widowmaker Miele come Friday night, the biggest fight of her career? What do we expect to see from Jessy?
You're going to see me walk away with the win. It's going to be either fast or it's going to go 3 rounds, but it's going to be me at the end of the day with my hand raised.
Excellent. Well, New England couldn't have a better women's ambassador to show them stuff for Bellator, who has been nothing but great to the New England community, having a lot of our fighters fight for them. And now we have our own Jessy the Widowmaker Miele co-main event for Bellator, man. We couldn't be any more proud of you here in New England. Jess, last thing, shout outs, sponsors, and last thing before I let you go and, enjoy yourself this fight week.
Yeah, thank you for having me also on the show in general. I really appreciate that. And all my, to be honest, there's so many people who have gotten me not only the sponsors for this fight, but the sponsors for all time to this point. My family, my friends, my teammates, the gyms, but just everybody who has gotten me here. I'm so happy to be here. So I want to just thank everybody.
Awesome. Social media, Jess, because you're big time now.
It's pretty much just at Jessy Miele _MMA for Instagram, and Jessy Miele, I think 1. You can just look up JESSY, just make sure it's a Y, for Facebook and Twitter. So
awesome. Well, there you have it. Fight week. Jessy the Widowmaker Miele fighting Julia Budd in the co-main event. Biggest fight of her career. Huge implications with a win and hand raised here. Jessy, thank you so much for coming on Fight Week and give me a little bit of your time. And New England's behind you all the way here, and we can't wait to see you get it done on Friday night.
Thank you for having me. Thanks so much.
Awesome.